And we are live.
Hi!
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Everyone Dice. Thank you for devoting some time to us this week. Before we jump right into the game, we do have a couple announcements. And for that, I will pass the mic over to the wonderful Kiana Lynn.
Hello, I am here to tell you about the Shadows of St. Fleur podcast. It's part of the Be Gay Roll Dice podcast network. It is a fun, amazing Urban Shadows RPG actual play podcast taking place in the fictional city of St. Fleur, Michigan. It releases every week on Wednesday, and it is amazing and beautiful, and you should check it out.
Yes. Did you want to announce up top your arts?
Yes, so every single stream from now, we will be doing art raffles that I will be kind of taking over. So you're going to wait till the break. Just before the break, we're going to announce a keyword. You're going to drop it in chat to enter, and then I will be going through and selecting the winner. We'll talk a little. I'll kind of announce the rules, the keyword, all that right before we go on break. So keep an eye out for that today.
Perfect.
And
Scotty, yes.
internal announcements. We do have this week, finally, the All-Nighters is going to be premiering on Saturday night at 9:59 p.m. Pacific Time, 11:59 p.m. Central Time. It's going to be a spin, like fun spin on your gaming talk show, where instead of talking about the game we're playing, although sometimes we will be doing that, we're going to be researching whatever sounds interesting, like, I don't know, food culture, astrophysics, quantum theory, whatever strikes our fancy at the time, while one of us plays a video game. This week we're going to be starting with Dragon Age 2, which I will be playing because I'm kind of our resident Dragon Age expert. I love the franchise, and I will be teaching Kacey all about Dragon Age lore prior to Dragon Age 2.
Because I've never played any Dragon Age.
Yeah, so we're going to have some fun with Dragon Age for our first big game. And after that, it'll be Casey's turn to pick something to play while I research quantum physics. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like quantum physics. Quantum physics is neat. So yeah, that's our big internal announcement for this week. We also have a fun little tease. Strikeout is a game being made, currently in production, by Logan, one of our other members of Compass Rose Productions. It is going to be at Gen Con. We do not have a whole lot of information about that yet, but as soon as we do, I will be announcing it on the Compass Rose Twitter, probably on the Strikeout Twitter, which I don't remember the handle for, but I'll get it for after the break. Yeah, so it'll be out there.
Excellent. Well, I believe that is all of our announcements. So we can get right to playing. Alrighty. When last we ventured forth together, the five of you traveled through a strange portal that opened within a set of ruins you found in the Geistlands. A portal that took you to the snowy slopes of Bralia's Snowcloak Mountains. Exploring the ruined tower you found there, you discovered Gerhardt's crazed and cruel sister, whose name still eludes you. After she escaped through a teleportation circle, she awoke some strange, six-armed monstrosity she had under her control. This led to a heated battle with the creature. Through determination and skill, you defeated the beast before deciding it might be best to rest in the tower tonight, before deciding what your next move is. And that is where we will pick up. What would you all like to do?
We need to make sure the tower is going to be safe for us to rest in. We need, probably watches. if we're going to stay here tonight.
I am lighting a fire and not participating in the watch conversation.
We're having the watch conversation next to you.
I'm very focused on my job. I'm taking it seriously.
I think Shay is also taking the fire very seriously.
Come on, guys. Wasn't it that the tower was like only this one there's
the basement where she had kept the monstrosity, and then there is
I don't want to sleep there.
There is the first floor, which is more or less untouched. Some of the floor above has kind of fallen into it, but it is more or less shielded from the elements.
And was there like a second floor going up or anything like that?
Yes, but the second floor is heavily destroyed, and there were a couple floors above that, like, originally, but those have been utterly destroyed.
Okay, so we probably won't have to, like, clear the tower or anything like that, but we should probably, at the very least, create some sort of blockade, I guess, just in case
something to barricade the doors.
Knocking at night, yeah. And as far as watches go, if we're, there should only be, 4 of us, 2-hour watches each. We could go same as last time, I guess, or I could go first, Cordelia could go second, and Shay third, maybe? And then round it out with Aloyso Zala at the end. And I'm, looking at Shay and Cordelia. I know
I'm looking at the fire.
That's a great plan, Bunny.
Thank you. Alright then, so we all agree, and she raises her voice a little bit. Cordelia will take the second watch, and Shay will take the third.
Sounds like a great plan.
Wonderful.
You're gonna be so bad at watching, you'll regret it.
I'm gonna turn to Alois and say, do you want the last watch, or...
Yeah, sure, I'll take it.
Oh, okay.
Did we bring Steven in?
Yeah, we did.
Alright, I'm gonna cuddle up with Steven to go to bed. Get all warm.
I'm gonna find a nice corner to set up my hammock in.
He seems more than happy to cuddle up. He's quite nice to cuddle up to, all that fur. You sort of nestle in.
Kind of smells like a cow, though.
That's fine. What do you think Eloise smells like? You think she smells like flowers?
Also a cow.
Now I'm curious, what does Alois smell like?
Is it different?
Remember, she had no issue walking through a sewer.
Yeah.
Oh, no! I'm not gonna think about this. This is unpleasant. Gross. Bernie, before everyone goes to bed, while everyone's eating dinner, she's gonna say, alright, just for the sake of being open and honest, I figured I should tell you all that, believe it or not, my name is not Bunny. It is Bernie. Slight change, but nonetheless.
What? You made a fake name and then changed one letter.
No, the full name of my fake name is Barbara Shannon. My real name is Bernie Almeida, Beatrice Almeida. But it's similar enough that if someone was to call me, I would naturally turn around to listen. Even if I wasn't paying attention.
Why do you have a fake name? That was a joke, and then you just said you had 3 other names.
No, it's not a joke. My name is Beatrice Almeida, shortened to Bernie. My fake name is Barbara Shannon, shortened to Bunny.
Why do you have a fake name?
Well, when you're traveling the world, dealing with the sorts of people that I sometimes deal with, it's best to have some distance. You never know. But
Who do you sometimes deal with?
Well, lords and... I mean, you don't know. He's involved with the cultist. He's involved with the cultist. What if that came back to reflect poorly on me?
What if?
You never know, is all I'm saying. It's not a great secret, but I figure, we've all fought together. You've, in points, helped me continue living and breathing on this planet, so I figured I should say thank you and extend you the courtesy of Bernie. I apologize for keeping a secret.
It is an odd secret, so it's okay.
I don't know. I've never really done this sort of thing before. I thought that was a good idea.
A flame by any other name burns just as bright.
Does it seem like Bernie is a good liar?
I mean, my deception is +5, so I'm like a pretty good liar.
Damn. Your deception's as good as Cordelia's. You gotta be a good liar. Yeah.
I'm a fucking liar. I'm a great liar.
For half a
What do you
second, I
have to
forgot we
hide?
leveled up, and I saw a 3 on my sheet and got weirded out.
Who has the map?
Did Alois keep it, or did Bernie keep it?
I have
Yeah, Alois kept it, okay.
Okay, then I'm going to go over to Alois. And
I'm trying to sleep.
do you have the map?
Yeah.
Can I have the map?
Sure, just give it back later.
Okay. I think I've solved it.
Good night.
Okay. I'm gonna walk away with the map. Who is still awake then?
I assume
still
basically everyone except
Everyone except Alois.
Alois is an early sleeper.
I'll go back to Shay, because we're fire buddies now.
yeah.
Yeah. The map, is that the map that's on Roll20?
Yes.
Should I
Okay.
screen share so
Nope.
we can see the map, or?
I will, give me a sec.
Here's a fun fact. Shay is going to have no clue what any of this means because her place is not on here.
Uh-oh.
So people won't be able to see me, but they will be able to now see the map that you all see.
Okay, cool.
In terms of where you all are currently, you are currently here. This area that I am pinging on the map right now.
Huh.
The one that says why here,
Yes.
which is a
In
very good question.
Beautiful handwriting, I should mention.
Yes.
It's really...
So I made the map, but Lynn made the map with these.
I added the beautiful special touches of
Yeah.
some very unique handwriting.
And
Is
circles.
the handwriting similar to the handwriting in the journal?
Yes.
Okay. Weird, but fair.
Why is that
A
weird?
very friendly, like,
just-
sexy handwriting in both, you know? Wait, in Gerhardt's journal?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
That's why I said it was weird.
Yes?
Oh, I
Yeah.
still haven't read the journal.
It's really weird.
I forgot to do my homework.
So Cordelia rolls out the map by the fire.
Cordelia technically hasn't shared the journal with you all yet.
Nah. Only I know the secret. And so I think I've been reading this journal and it's mostly burnt or rubbish, but it's talking about portals, and I'm just gonna flip through to the spots. There's the spots on this map are the spots in this book. I think. At least there's one here and one in the Geistlands. And I will hand Shay the book.
Is Cordelia keeping this just between her and Shay?
No, like she went to the fire, but she's not
Okay.
quiet, so you
Okay.
can hear.
Cool.
So, reading this, is there anything from where Shay is from that would have been similar to this?
Ooh.
You actually... There is something similar, but it is different.
Okay. Vague and contradictory.
Yeah.
Love that.
Those are the best answers.
Basically, the similar things that are in Urtu are kind of like they just connect the different islands, and it's like a quick travel for people of Urtu.
Okay.
You, as far as you know, those gates do not have any connection to these ones, but you don't know for sure.
Okay. Well, Shay is intrigued. She doesn't know what these are, but she's intrigued.
There are more portals? Is that what
8?
this means?
Apparently.
There are only 5 on the map, so there'd be 3 more that...
And Cordelia will flip to the pages where he mentions 3 possible locations in Mistvale, Dunland, and the Whispering Waste.
So, in theory, they can be used as a network, or...
Is this how Gerhardt's sister got out of here so quickly earlier? Is she just running around the world using these gates?
Well, there's not a gate in this tower, is there?
No, but maybe she teleported outside and then ran through it and is now wandering around in Andoza.
It's possible. Though she seemed powerful enough to just zap away herself.
Yes, I'd agree.
Yes. Are the...
Maybe she's in the Bloodfell blog. Og. Not blog.
You're
And you
asleep.
just half asleep.
I have high passive perception. I am still listening.
Eloise, do you want to get over here and talk about this with us?
Sure. And I grab Stephen over to come cuddle with me over by you guys.
So are they one way, or how do they does it say how they work?
I would hope they're not one way.
I would
Or
hope
we're
so. as
stuck
well.
here.
Here is not the worst place to be stuck. I know my way around Braelia, but...
Can I look out the window? Is the portal crack in the air still there?
So you peek your head outside, sort of holding your breath to make sure, that little uncertainty. You do see that the portal is still open, still crackling slightly with whatever energy it is charged with. It doesn't seem to be waning or anything like that.
Well, it's still there. I would assume that perhaps once it's open to a location, it stays open, but...
Until it is closed, or...
Yes, until maybe when we go back and Cordelia and I touch the rocks again, then it will close properly.
This, in the book, it says right here that they're ruins that he found. That they're not open, functional portals. They're ruins.
Yes, but Barney and Cordelia made them work.
Right.
It's possible that this woman doesn't know how to make them work,
Right.
and is trying to.
Well, if that's
Possibly.
the case, is it a good idea to leave the portal open?
Do we know how to close it?
Just based on how we opened it, we'd go back and touch the rocks again.
So we camp there instead of here?
We could camp there instead of here. I think it may be smarter considering the rather harsh conditions here. But that's up to all of you. It would be warmer.
But at the same time, here we are shielded from
And
many things.
On the other side, we wouldn't exactly have a big tower to protect us.
Anything going through that portal... I cannot imagine wildlife being willing to step through that, for a start. Anything else going through would have to try and brave the Geistlands, and I can't imagine that to be an easy feat.
No. Alright, so then we'll stay here for...
I have 5 post-it notes on my desk that say no articles, and I keep using the.
Have I ever heard...
You failed your post-it note.
Have I ever heard the term Moongate before, or know of 8 to be a holy number of any kind?
Make me a religion or history check.
I'm also curious if there are any tales passed down in Zala's tribe, or from before the tribe settled, of anything similar.
History check.
That would be 2, because I have a 0 in intelligence, and I keep making these rolls for some reason.
That'll be a 15, because I have 0 intelligence, and my die decided it liked me today.
So Bernie, you were not the most studious student. There's nothing that really comes to mind for you in regards to the term Moongate or the importance of 8. I mean, you know it's kind of a thing, but you don't really know, like, the importance of it. Scotty, passed down in your tribe before the
Great Blizzard?
No, how do I pronounce I want to pronounce it correctly.
Kolai
Before the Kolai Vuthea settled down, they were nomadic people. And their history tells of them traveling all across Valera. And there are whispers of areas of Valera that are connected to other areas. Places that made it easier to traverse long distances. That is the only thing that kind of tickles the back of your mind, that, like, maybe there's a connection. You're not sure 100%, but that's the only thing that kind of jumps out at you.
My people might have used these once upon a time.
Really?
We settled 200-300 years ago in northern Bralia after a great blizzard, but before that we wandered. We did not have one place to call home. All of Valera was our home. There are tales we still tell of those days, and there were mentions of places that would let us travel much farther than we could normally. I don't know how likely it is, but it's possible that we used these moon gates, I suppose. I don't know.
I think tomorrow we should head back to Luchev and talk to Gerhardt about all of this.
I have a question about that. How are we going to get back to Luchev? Like, yes, we go through portal, but Wayfinder only points to ruins, yes?
Well, as long as we go our way backwards, it should get us there, right?
Is Gracelands consistent enough for that?
Maybe.
I don't know. Worst case scenario, we begin to trek through the Geistlands, and then if it doesn't work, we turn around back to the ruins and possibly use the Moongate to get somewhere else.
True. Alright. So, tonight, sleep, tomorrow, Luchev.
Yes, I think that's a good idea.
If we were to go somewhere else, I think the Dunlin place sounds pretty interesting.
Which one? Just Dunlin in general, or?
In the undisclosed area, uncertain.
Oh.
Something new.
That was another thing. If you three, and I gesture to Eloise, Shay, and Cordelia, don't have any objections, I think it would be nice if we all stuck together after this.
That sounds like a great idea. No,
At
I
least
traveled all the way
for
from
the time
home all by
being.
myself, so it was kind of lonely for a little bit.
I know what you mean, and it's nice to have met some people that I feel, I get along with.
That you can share your name with.
Yes, my very secret name, Beatrice.
I was planning on staying with Barney, so... But you would be welcome with us.
And of course, best friend Shay.
Can you stand it
Yeah, I.
with your best friend, Eloise?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, it could be good to have some people around.
I have
To watch
never
your back.
traveled in such a large group before, but it will make keeping watch at night easier at least.
That it will. It can be hard sometimes. Have to go up, down, up, down, up, down. And this way, we can maybe take some larger jobs that pay more.
True. Money is unfortunately apparently necessary outside of Kolavutaya.
Unfortunately, yes.
I mean, we could always sell blood if we needed to.
I am not allowed to do that.
Oh?
I'm not going to.
I would, if it was just to help people. If it was for any other reason, I don't know if I would, but yeah, sure.
I mean, food
It's
is
my
health.
blood. No.
My order, no, would you might call it order. I am among my tribe called Laplanatark. You call it Blood Warrior. My blood is special. So, though Braelia asks for donations, I and others like me are not allowed to help in that respect. We need our blood.
What's so special about your blood?
You did not see?
Well, yeah, but I mean, what's so special that you can do that? How do you get special blood?
Oh, how? I
Yeah.
am not allowed to tell that either. It is not my secret to share. It's... there are only a few in my tribe chosen every 25 years. I was one of 4 chosen. 2 years ago? Roughly? And
Why'd you leave?
it's...
Do you know how they made your blood special?
Yes, I was present for it happening, but
I don't know.
it is not my secret to share. It is a pact, I suppose, made with forest cats. Difficult to explain properly. Tail is long and in my native tongue. So
It's okay.
but I left to find myself. My tribe, we have journeys of self-discovery. I went on one about 10 years ago to find my peace, my calm, and bring it back home with me. And this journey, I still don't know what I'm looking for, but I'm looking for something.
Well, I hope you find it.
I know I will. It's a matter of time. So I will eventually find what I'm looking for and go back home to once again protect my people.
Shane Cordelia, where are you guys from? Like, are you from Mendoza too, Cordelia, or
Dunlin.
Dunlin? I've never been to Dunlin. I
It's,
kind of want to go there.
Oh, it's a lot of things, but right now all I can think of is that it's much warmer than here.
Perhaps if you sit closer to the fire, it will remind you of home.
You could snuggle up with Steven. He's warm.
He does look quite warm.
I'm sorry, I do not have any other completed blankets with me.
It's my fault for not packing more coat.
Yeah, shame on us for not realizing we were going to travel across the world today.
We should have seen it coming.
Exactly, Shay. Isn't Cordelia currently wearing like 3 sets of clothes?
Yes. Yeah.
And a
Still not
big,
enough.
big doubled up blanket.
Okay, she'll sit near the fire and lean on Steven.
How sweet.
It's not her stuff that's gonna smell like cow.
Oh my god!
Zala's not gonna be super bothered by it.
Okay, good.
Bernie will be, but that's okay.
You don't want to smell
She'll
the wolf
figure it
out.
I don't.
She's gonna hug you one of these days and you'll get a full whiff.
It's a good thing Zala's so much taller than everyone.
I mean, you know she bathes. But does she clean her
Sometimes.
clothes?
You're a concerning group.
Yeah.
All of you. Cordelia is concerned.
what's
Except
there to
Shay.
be concerned about with
Shay
Zala?
seems to relatively.
Shay is fine.
Yeah.
What's
Cordelia
wrong with
is
Zala?
not. I'm a magic blood warrior with a secret. I can't tell you why my blood's
literally
special.
watch Shay transform into another fucking person, and you're like, yeah, she's the normal one.
That's cool.
No, they're all cool. We're all cool as hell, but none of us are normal.
Shay is the socially
normal.
acceptable one. Like,
Yeah.
That's valid. That's valid.
Cordelia can do that. It just takes a lot longer and some makeup. Bit of
In
a
her
longer
tribe,
process.
in
A
her
wig.
village, Alois is very normal. And isn't that concerning?
In
Yeah.
Zala's village, Zala is a little bit special, but still normal, so.
Bernie's totally
Only a
fucking
little
average.
special.
She's just an average lady
Yeah. Sure.
who's a great
Totally
liar
average lady
for
with a
no
ghost girlfriend.
reason. We don't need to talk about that.
Yeah, me too, Lynn. Cordelia has good deception for no reason.
No reason at all.
No reason. We're just
Remember
good liars
Section 50.
with nothing to lie about.
Nope. Why? Yeah. Why would we?
Deception check.
We need like a Session 50 bingo board.
God.
It will get made by then.
I'll keep track of everything that is supposed to happen in session 50.
I have not been taking notes. I'm a failure.
Alright, so for reals this time, Ellie snuggles down to go to sleep with Steven and Cordelia.
Yeah.
Adorable.
How cute.
Cordelia's going to sleep so she can get some rest before she's working.
You're not gonna escape Bernie. She's gonna pick an eyes on you.
Meanwhile, Bernie doesn't have a shift tonight.
No, she's taking the
No,
first
Bernie
one.
has a shift.
Oh.
Zala's the one who doesn't, but Zala also doesn't usually sleep this early, so she's probably going to be up for a little while into Bernie's shift at least.
Well, on that note, you all bed down for the night. Some of you wrapping yourselves a little tighter in your bedrolls. Bernie and Zala, you nestle down near the fire to keep warm while you keep watch and keep an ear out. Exactly like that, AJ. How would you like to spend your watch together?
I rolled a 19 for perception, which is only one higher than my passive. So I'm fucking.
I got a nat 20 on perception.
Nice.
So even though this isn't officially Zala's watch, she's helping because she's not ready to sleep yet. It's a little too early for her to sleep.
So, the two of you were keenly aware of the whistling winds that pass through the ruined windows and doors of this tower. You keep an ear and an eye occasionally peeking out of the door for just in case anything might be encroaching. But you find the watch relatively boring, which is somewhat comforting given what you all had just experienced.
When Bernie kind of settles down and feels comfortable in her watch, she turns to Zala and says, I wanted to apologize for what happened earlier while we were fighting that monster. I should have been there to help you.
Barney, you didn't do anything wrong. I couldn't move. I'm sorry.
You didn't do anything wrong because I could still move, and I feel like I could have helped you, and I didn't.
No, Barney, it's my duty. It's Tarkhan Golateth Falmi. Barney, I protect my own, and I couldn't move. I couldn't put myself between you and that thing, even though it is my duty and honor to keep you safe because you are mine.
I take Zala's hand. I hold it firmly. I say, you are one of mine, and that's my job too. And when you can't move, I have to be the one to help. I don't have many people, almost anyone. You are my friend, and I won't lose that. Okay?
Zala is going to very, very gently take Bernie's chin. Say, you are important to me. I need to keep you safe.
We can keep each other safe, okay? I'm never going to let that happen again. I promise.
I'm going to keep putting myself between you and dangerous things.
I'm going to keep healing you when you get hurt.
Thank you, Barney.
Bernie, like, has a little tear on her cheek and she just says, okay, come here, and I give her a big hug.
That is adorable.
Cheating on Ghost Girlfriend, for shame.
We're just friends! Bernie and Zala are just friends, okay?
Totally, just friends.
Just friends.
Just two gals being
Gentle
You gals
chin
being-
touching.
Hey, I can't control what Zala does, alright?
Fair. So, the two of you enjoy a watch together. Zala, you find yourself staying up for the entirety of it, just to keep Bernie company, keep another ear out, and just because you find yourself enjoying being around Bernie. Cordelia, you drift off to sleep. And as you fall asleep, a beautiful music begins to fill your senses. The music is an incredibly vast collection of various sounds and noises mixed with various chords that seem to come together to make this incredibly strange and beautiful harmony. However, your keen ear can hear certain gaps in the melody, a lack of perfection to the harmony, and it fills you with this faint sadness. It's almost as if a part of yourself is missing. You wake from your slumber as Bernie slowly shakes you for your watch. There's a longing
Having a good dream.
in your chest that was not there before. And as you feel this pang and rise from laying down, a book falls from your chest onto your lap. A book you have seen before in another dream.
I know what's going on, but I just want to ask. It was there when I woke up, but from Bernie's point, did a book just appear on my chest?
Is that what happened?
So I sort of imagined that you were like wrapped up in your
That's
blankets, and you sat
was.
up, and the blanket kind of fell down a bit, and the book sort of tumbled from your, almost like you fell asleep either holding it or reading it.
Bernie's face flickers between two emotions. One, instant judgment, and then two, of reining in and being like, that's not cool, don't do that. She's like, she told
What are you
that
judging me for?
the first instinct is like judgment, and then the second instinct is
Judgment of reading books?
I'll fall asleep with the book like under 15 layers on your chest.
Why is that
I'm
bad?
just telling you, her first instinct is, that's a little weird. And then she goes, come on, Bernie, get it together. You're not an asshole.
We've
And
already
she said-
established that Bernie was not the best student, so she clearly doesn't like them book
A
learning.
book nerd. This is not known only. I will just say, have a good watch, Cordelia. Let's get her off to bed.
I think she will get up and move from Stephen, or she'd probably fall back asleep, sit somewhere near the door, and keep an ear out on watch, but her eyes are reading this book. Or looking over this book.
Alright, give me a perception check.
I don't know what. There's my die. That is 17.
So similar to Bernie and Zala, you hear this, this whistling, howling wind from outside. The chill sends you away from the door to the fire more often than you normally might on a watch. But you spend your watch keeping an ear out while flipping through this strange tome that is filled with melodies and pieces of music, some of which are half complete, and 3 of them in particular stand out to you. One you remember very well from your dream, the Minuet of Mending. The other ones don't have titles at the moment, but you are able to read the full piece of their music and sort of memorize it, and you're eager to try them out when next you might be
She is
able.
polite enough not to start playing music at 1 a.m.
It's good of her.
Maybe a soft hum. That's the extent.
Yeah. But your watch passes without... Similar to Bernie and Zala's, it's kind of boring, but made a little bit more interesting by this strange book that has found its way to you.
She is quite apologetic when she goes to wake up Shay. I wouldn't force this upon you, but I really want to go back to sleep. So blame Bernie.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I give you a pat on the shoulder and go curl up next to Steve.
Just want to keep my new friends safe.
Well, why don't you keep us safe? You're forcing us to keep us safe. Terrible.
Hey! This is a group effort.
Maybe I don't want to be safe.
Okay, go sleep in the cold. I'll take my jacket back then.
No, I want to be warm. It's not safe.
Not
Or
safe.
sleep outside then.
So Shay, what do you do on your watch?
Well, she's probably... I think she would try to go outside a little bit just so she can see the outside. She likes nighttime. Even though she likes her sleep, she likes the nighttime a lot better than the daytime. And she's probably thrown off a little bit because... I don't know how to put this into character, but she has dark vision now. She didn't before. So she's probably a little confused when she goes outside and she can see everything. But I think in her mind she's like, oh, it's just the moon reflecting off the snow. It's fine, it's just a little brighter.
So actually, You don't have dark vision quite yet.
Ah, no! Okay, I don't have dark vision yet.
But you will.
You can it's a little lighter than normal.
It's slowly coming in.
As you step outside, hearing the crunch of snow under your feet, you gaze up at the moon and are struck by how beautiful and yes, lightning. How beautiful and ever-changing it is. You find yourself falling into memory of times when you were younger, when you would venture outside after your parents had told you that it was time to come in, and you would wander through the heavy grasses and lush forests of Urtu. You remember a pond there that you enjoyed sitting by, and you can almost feel as if you are sitting by that pond now. Your mind witnesses on the reflected surface of the water the ever-changing cycles of the moon. You watch as it shifts, and something catches in your mind. You've seen things that are similar to this. You feel that you can utilize this aspect of the moon, the ever-changing nature of it and its influence on the world. And when you find yourself pulled back to reality from this memory, you find that it is much easier to see outside than it was before. It's almost as if the light of the moon is stronger for you now.
That's cool. Yeah, I don't want to say she's meditating because that's not really her style.
Mm-hmm.
But I think she is definitely stargazing and sort of daydreaming a little bit. Well, not daydreaming because it's nighttime, but she's not asleep. So
yeah.
Night dreaming.
Her mind is wandering. But she is also, still doing her job, keeping watch.
Yeah. Your mind wanders to your travels, and you keep coming back to the moon, the stars, the beauty, eternal nature of them. And there are aspects of it that you wish to bring into yourself. Beyond that, your watch, like the others, is a rather boring one. Nothing catches your attention besides the howling winds of outside, the occasional falling of pebbles from above, shifting of snow.
I think Shay probably stays up a little later than her watch, but enough that she can still, get her rest. But
Still a
enough
full rest, yeah.
Still, appreciate the night and all of that. And then I guess she'll wake up Aloise because she's doing the last watch.
Is it my turn already?
Yep. Last one.
Okay. She gets up, and stretches, gets ready for watch.
So what are you doing during your watch, Alois?
Alois is probably pacing outside a bit, honestly, and looking up into the woods.
So, roll me a perception check.
I got a 10.
Okay. Nothing really catches your attention during your watch. At least not during the first hour. You pace outside for much of it, making your way occasionally back inside to take a glance over at your new companions, make sure they're sleeping properly, no nightmares, nothing like that. Your second or third time slipping back inside, you notice Cordelia's bag has fallen over, and the journal that was tucked inside has fallen out.
Gerhardt's journal, or?
Gerhardt's journal. And as your eyes fall on it, a faint wind picks up at your feet. You see the pages of the journal beginning to quickly spin, like flipping through them. It lands open on a single page. The page that you were examining before. Page that speaks of undiscovered ruins. One that is in Dunlin.
Alois is gonna take it and examine the page fully before she gently closes it and tucks it back away into Cordelia's back and straightening that all up. And she definitely knows that's where she's supposed to go now.
The wind, as you tuck it away, swirls around you, and it's not cold. It's a pleasant, almost autumn warmth. There's a peace in your chest, as if you've like you said, you've found where you're supposed to go next. Beyond that, nothing interesting happens during your watch. As Alois's watch comes to an end, you all wake with the rising sun. The winds have died down slightly, but it is still quite wild and howling outside. What would you all like to do?
Breakfast! Gotta start your day off the right way with a hearty breakfast.
I'm going to see if I can forage for anything to keep
I
our
also wanna
rations
go.
going.
looking around since we're in Bralia and I'm more likely to know what's available here.
Shay's doing stretches.
So
Morning yoga.
you are literally on the side of a mountain at the moment, so foraging is going to be a bit more difficult than it might be, especially for you, Scotty. The Kolai Vuthea do live on part of the Snowcloak, but the specific area of the Snowcloak that they're located in is a little bit more lush than other areas. But you can definitely try. That would be survival checks.
We still have rations left, right?
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
we want to use them.
I could pick up a
sparingly.
die. That would be great.
Yeah, for sure.
What's my survival?
I got a 16.
I got a 19.
So, I have no idea what you'd actually find in...
Mostly roots.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Carrots and potatoes and onions are about the only thing that'll like regularly grow
Okay.
in the mountains.
So-
Food-wise, there might be some berries, but that's kind of cutting it.
You can make up some
We might
special
be
kind
able
of
to
mushrooms.
find.
Egg.
We might be able to
Egg?
find hibernating animals.
Did you just say eggs?
Like in a bird's nest.
It's depending on the season. There might be eggs.
Okay.
I'm not sure what
See, I'm
time
not
of year we're in.
Stupid.
Are we
You're
like?
not, you're not.
I figure birds probably raise young in the snowcloaks during the warm season. Are we in the warm season or the cold season right now?
It is nearing the tail end of the warm season.
Okay, so probably not eggs, but
Young
we might
babies.
find a few
2 weeks
rabbits.
to fly.
We might find a few rabbits. We might find some like ground birds, maybe.
I'll
But
set my bear trap then.
it's mostly gonna be roots.
So-
I'm just imagining a bear trap and like a chick.
Yeah.
No, that's terrible! I don't even... Oh my goodness. No.
You're bad
Dark.
people. You're bad people and I
It's
love you all.
Animals are
One
people
of us
too.
is a bad
I
person.
set a bear trap.
So, the two of you, Alois
We need to eat. It's the
and-
cycle of life.
Yeah. Alois and Zala, you step outside and begin foraging together different areas of this sort of, like, it's not like a plateau, but like this crop area of the cliff. This outcropping, sorry. Shifting through some of the snow, you are able... Oh, stream's not working for someone. You are...
Cap's internet is shaky
Okay.
at best.
You are able to find a few root vegetables that, while they're not like the most plump, they are edible and look to be free of any kind of disease or pests. Zala, you manage to catch yourself a coney, a small
Oh yeah.
rabbit that just was a little too slow darting back into its hidey hole.
Hey Casey,
Yes.
may I cast Speak with Plants as a ritual?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Great.
I would like to ask the trees where some rabbits are.
Give me a sec. I want to see the actual wording on it just to see if I need to come up with a voice.
I warned you.
No, that's fine. I just its sentence animation.
What the heck? I knew I put it on here. Where did it go?
So
Casey literally used the spell like 2 weeks ago.
did I?
Oh, this is speak with plants.
Oh wait,
not
sorry,
speak with
no,
animals.
I can't.
No,
Sorry, that's my
no.
bad. No, I can't use it. Sorry, that's my bad. I didn't mean to.
Oh,
I don't-
yeah, technically, yes, I did.
Oh,
That's true. But I think I was speaking with more than just a plant in that moment.
It was a big tree.
But there was something in the tree.
thank you.
But yes,
According to my character, it was just a big tree.
it was a big tree. So you can't cast Speak with Plants?
Yeah, for some reason it had one of the lists I saw had it as a level 2, and it wasn't actually. That's weird. So never mind. Sorry.
Okay.
My bad.
In a couple levels, though, that will be a thing that you do. Good to know.
So I come in with this rabbit,
A few
To-
vegetables.
prepare, and I say, I'm not as good a hunter as Lecky, but we have some meat.
I can butcher it.
Great. I'm not particularly skilled at cleaning animals. I'm better at preparing the vegetables.
Oh, I'm great at cleaning corpses.
Great. I'm
I've
gonna
seen
hand
it
over this
firsthand.
rabbit.
And Alois gets to it in quick, concise slices.
Yeah,
I would like-
you've prepared rabbits many times.
While they're cooking, I would like to join Shay for yoga. Off to the side. Do my yoga stretches. I'm not good at them. I can't touch my toes. But I'm trying. That's all that matters.
You're
Hey,
also
Brett.
in like 6 layers of clothing. Which,
I do
Yeah.
have like a chemise and a corset. Yeah. It doesn't help. But I'm trying.
Yeah, I would think the corset is something that really limits being able to touch your toes. Or bend.
Little bit.
Depending on the corset, yeah.
It's not like a super tight one. It's just for structure. And I will, just making general conversation till I eventually slip in, as Bernie usually does, as
Yeah.
these conversations always fucking go. I'll say, Shay, I'm so curious, and I I'm barely halfway down my shin, and I give up. What you did the other night when we were fighting Gerhardt's sister. That was amazing.
yeah, that's something.
I didn't
I
know
mean,
you could use magic.
It's not magic, really. At least I think it was.
Oh,
Is it? I mean, it's just something I've always been able to do. So
like what Alois does, where she turns into boars and such?
I can't turn into animals. It's got to be another person. It has to be somebody I've seen. Like, I can't just make up a person.
Oh. Right. I just wanted to ask, is this something that we should keep between all of us?
Probably, yeah.
Alright. I just wanted to know, just in case, if we're going to be traveling together.
It's not that it would be a bad thing if other people found out, but there's a reason people like me live in her too. People don't really trust us.
I know how that can be. People are stupid, and they don't know what they're talking about. You're a lovely young woman, and I trust you 95%, but that's on me. The other 5%. And I put my hand on her arm, a little friendly squeeze.
Well, I'll work on the other 5%.
Alright. This is back to friendly conversation.
Shay's like doing that, like a bunch of like inversions and stuff. Like she's on her hands, like feet up in the air. Like she's showing off.
Now you're just bragging, but I can't.
100%. Like she normally wouldn't do that, but she is this time.
Hell yeah.
Damn. Bernie is like applauding. She thinks this is fucking awesome.
So, who wants a thigh, who wants a rib, and who wants a wing?
I will take a rib.
Okay.
Is
I'll
it,
take a bit
Whatever
longer.
is it called a
you-
wing?
recommend.
It looks like one. It looks like chicken wings.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's all good. It's all rabbit.
I think the term for that is a haunch.
That sounds right. Haunch.
It's like the hip butt area.
It's all good. It's all
Shay'll
lean.
take some part of it. I don't know. Rabbit
Saul is
parts.
just gonna take whatever meat is left because she's used to a high protein diet.
The face.
Question.
The face actually is actually the best meat, you know?
High protein in the eyes.
Oh, goodness.
So
I don't know if that's true.
clarification on that aspect. For pretty much everywhere except Andoza and Dunlin, eating an animal's face is not considered odd. It is just
Another part of the animal.
Part of the animal.
Even
in some
even
nice.
It's most
Urdu?
tender.
even Urtu. In some
I'm
situations,
glad.
actually, depending on the animal, serving up just the head would be like an important meal. Like you cook up the head when really important guests are coming over. But for Cordelia, you might view that the way, for
I
example,
would be that.
people in North America would view that.
Yeah.
Whereas Zala is very much, if you're gonna kill an animal, you have to use the entire body, or you're dishonoring it.
Although,
And
to be
yourself.
honest,
My
be honest-
character's sensibilities line up with my own. Makes it easy.
the marrow is my favorite part, to be honest.
I just had a really awful image in my head of Alois just like biting, like snapping a bone and just like sucking on
That's
it.
gonna happen.
Yep.
Oh,
Hey,
yay.
put it over some bread. It's delicious. Bone marrow butter.
Oh, that
And
would
the
ruin the marrow.
bone... could I have the bone when we're done with it? I can use them to repair my tools.
Oh yeah, sure. Is it cool if I have the pelt?
That's fine with me. I don't know much about leather work, so...
Question, Casey.
Yes.
Can I record when creatures die? Would that include like rabbits that I eat, or is that just like things that I?
Well, you now realize they can talk.
It would
No,
depend-
it's like for my religion.
I think for situations like that, it is dependent on, actually for you, given your order, you would probably be required to keep a record of all of that stuff. So you would need to record this rabbit's death.
Okay, I finish eating, and then I take out a big book, and I write the rabbit down, and I record all this information. Sprinkle it with ash. I close it up. Bernie, despite
I'm doing
her
my best as
empire
Zala to
book
keep a straight face, because Zala is probably used to this at this point, but
happens a lot.
I wasn't aware of it yet.
It's something we had just talked about.
Yeah, I literally dropped that to Lynn and was like, oh, sorry I didn't get this to you before so you could be dropping it in the game. But, you know.
Bernie is a very fastidious note taker who hates books. She's a total jock, but a great note taker. That's the vibe.
She's a cheerleader.
She's a jock who really excels in Excel spreadsheet.
She like Excel spreadsheet is exactly. She spends 30 minutes on a formula and the colors. That shit makes it perfect.
Love it. Alright. Belly's full, and Ham's stretched. Like your hammy's stretched. What would you like to do now?
Back through the portal.
Back through the portal.
Articles.
You'll get there, Scotty. It's only like the prologue, as me and you were talking about. This is basically just the prologue of like,
Yeah.
everybody gets together. We know a little bit more about each other, but everyone's.
I can still be upset at myself for using them though. Zala doesn't use articles. Giant doesn't have articles. I've been developing this language. I should know this.
You'll get there.
So everyone, once we get back and we get everything sorted up with Gerhard and all that, I know where I need to go. Do you guys want to come with me?
I don't have anyone sick.
I have only been going where the wind takes me. I don't know what I'm looking for still, so.
Great. Shay? Bestie?
Sure. I mean, we already kind of decided we're going to be a group, so.
Where are we going then?
Dunlin!
Cool.
Shay doesn't look super excited to go to Dunlin.
What are we going to Dunlin for?
For the Lorend Forest.
It's
Do
not
we want
worth
to
the
stay
hike, really.
in Luchev for the festival before we go, though?
Yeah, that was great.
Actually, yes.
Do you like festival?
I love a good party.
I know Barney and I had talked about possibly staying for the festival if we can, so.
Lynn,
What?
you need to share that.
Share it with it. Oh, I'll post it on Twitter, yeah. Alright, so we'll talk to the Lord Gerhard. Perhaps, while we're travelling back through the Geislands, we should talk about what exactly we're going to bring up to him. There's been so much over the past few days, I feel as if my thoughts are scattered.
He can trust no one, which is obvious.
Well,
I don't know if we can trust him.
I'm not sure.
Or
we
he,
can-
no, I said he. He can't trust anyone.
Yes, and I'm saying I don't think we can trust him either.
Do we need to?
No, very true. Are we going to follow down this thread any further? Try to find his sister, or leave that in his hands?
I don't like the idea of her out there doing whatever she's doing and hurting people, now that I know about it.
Me neither.
Maybe we'll run into her again in Dunlin.
That would be upsetting if we did.
Well, it
But
seems
perhaps-
like she might be interested in these moon gates, and if there's supposed to be one in Dunlin, then maybe we need to be looking for them?
Perhaps. Maybe while we're in Dunlin, we can stop off at that moon gate and, I don't know, see what the deal is?
Well, if we find it, it's not on the map.
That's a good point. So when we go back to the moon gate, where will we be?
Presumably the Geistland.
You will be there.
Okay, there. Okay, alright. That's the one I was looking at when I... Alright, my bad. Alright, well, sounds like a plan to me.
Right, so through Moongate back to Luchev.
And then we
maybe
go
stay
south
for
east
festival,
west.
and then Dunlin.
Yes. Perhaps Cordelia can show us around her hometown.
That doesn't seem to be on our way if we're heading to the forest. Might have to give to Miss.
Well, I'm sure we'll be back there again eventually one day.
One day.
Does it seem like Cordelia is excited to go home?
I mean, you can roll an insight check.
I don't know.
I would also like to roll an insight check.
Go right ahead.
I would not like to roll an insight check.
That's a
Let's all
7.
roll insight.
What did you get, AJ?
7.
Okay.
I rolled a natural 7, but with my bonuses, it's a 10.
I got a 13 on my deception.
Kind of difficult to
I'd say-
really read.
Even if she is
I got
deceiving all right,
a 20.
she's clearly being weird. Like a little.
Yeah.
Oh, Eloise.
Eloise,
No.
Yeah.
Eloise, no.
you are able to determine that Cordelia isn't exactly keen on the idea of going back to Dunland.
And Alois is gonna put her arm around Cordelia. Get that. And she's gonna
I don't breathe.
you should come to my hometown. It's really nice.
We could go there.
We can take the Moon Gate there, or at least back to here to get to home.
We're in Braelia now, so
Yeah, but after we go to Dunland and the Lauren Forest.
Sure.
We have to go to the forest. Bloodhound.
I'm fine with that.
It's
I'm not ready to.
important. Apparently.
I have not found what I'm looking for. I'm not ready to return to my home yet. They will welcome
I'm
us,
very
but
curious to see where you're from, Eloise. Based on everything you've said, it sounds like a very welcoming place.
Oh, it is. We don't get visitors often.
I had no idea.
We're very far from the next city or town.
what is your village called again? You're muted.
Push to talk.
Trana.
Trana. Do I know, does Zala know anything about Trana, where it is? Because I've traveled most of Braelia, but that was a decade ago.
Yeah, you don't need to roll anything. Trana is a fairly well-known... Rumor isn't exactly the proper term, but it's kind of...
Worst kept secret.
Yeah, the idea of it is, you know that if anyone in the tribe, or in Braelia specifically, were to fall ill or be injured in a way that natural medicine that is available to them through the scientific medicine or the religious medicine, if that doesn't work, you go to Trana, they do something there, and everyone who's gone there with incredible injuries, life-threatening illnesses, has come back healthy.
Okay.
Sometimes if they lost a limb, they'll get a new arm.
So I probably haven't ever been there, but I've heard of it, and I've got tribespeople who probably have. Maybe.
As a tribe, you would also know that Trana is a very sacred spot. You don't know why, but the Kolai Vuthea respect the people of Trana.
Okay. I would be quite interested to visit, but I've never been. Though I know
Yeah,
a
we're a
few
small
things.
little lumber village.
That's an understatement from my understanding.
What's the understanding?
I don't know if it's my place to speak on it. My tribe knows quite a bit, but it's not our place.
Bernie looks at Eloise expectantly.
We're not that big of a lumber town. Bloodhound's just playing us up a bit.
I understand. Wink.
Who is she winking to there?
That's just me messing around. That would be funny if she did wink though and Eloise was like... To me? Alright, through the
So-
portal we go.
Gather our shit up and let's go.
All right. Well, gather your things, head outside into the biting cold. Several of you, including Steven, are uncomfortable by it. Make your way to the portal, getting ready to head back to the Geistlands. I think that's where we will take our break. Seems like a good spot.
Okay, so then before we go on break, it is art
Yeah.
raffle time!
Yeah!
So just to remind you again, this is going to be every week, so this is not your only chance. I'm going to be raffling away a free character portrait of your choice. All you have to do is over the break enter into chat, happy birthday, because today's my birthday. And then when we get back, we will be announcing the winner and getting into contact with you. So if you're interested, type happy birthday in chat.
All right.
Do it.
Yeah, so type happy birthday.
If
in
you
the
don't,
chat,
we'll be sad.
and we will
Do
all
it.
be sad. We will look forward to seeing you again in 10, 15 minutes.
10
or so.
minutes, 15,
Yeah,
something
10,
like that.
15. We don't have a
We'll
set.
be back.
We'll be back shortly. And we're back.
We are back. And
Hooray!
I have the winner of the art raffle. It is always Aki. I hope I said that right. Congratulations. I sent you a whisper on Twitch to get you into contact with us. And thank you guys, all of you, so much for entering the art raffle this week. Hopefully we'll see you next week.
We also have a fun announcement that happened over break. We just officially filed to make Compass Rose Productions an LLC. So we are officially incorporating. We'll let y'all know when that's like done and actually happened, and after that we'll be able to do fun stuff like apply to be a Twitch affiliate or start a Patreon or, you know, fun stuff.
Exactly. And once we can apply for Twitch affiliate, that opens a few more doors for us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, we're excited.
And
We're business owners now. Jesus shit.
me and Scotty now are celebrating Lynn's 21st birthday we're drinking for her.
Yeah, because she doesn't
I have-
have any alcohol with her right now. So I'm
That's how you
enjoying a
celebrate,
nice
Lynn.
mezcal
A
and
glass of
strawberry
water.
lemonade.
And I'm enjoying a nice rum and coke because I am a basic bitch.
I've also got a glass of water.
I'm
Oh, nice. You and me.
aggressively Mexican. Sorry, y'all.
I
Aggressively white.
I was gonna say I had milk as well.
Oh my god, you guys.
Aaron!
To alcohol and
I
to
love the way you
water.
said that, just holding up this jar of milk.
Mine's gone, but it's in a beer glass.
Oh, there you go.
75% of my family's household glasses are beer glasses that they got from beer fests.
Yeah, we have a lot of pint glasses here. We have a lot of, got a set of 8 mason jar glasses, because we just have them.
Mason jar glasses are great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, we should
Yes.
actually play.
Yeah,
that.
we've got a
Back to the
stream to do.
We have like an hour until I have to go to bed, and
Yes.
I'm gonna collapse.
So, as you all once again step through the portal, you feel that crushing pressure from before. Your body is under this incredible strain for a few moments before you step out onto the dry grass of the Geistlands. And as the rest of you finish making your way through, you can see that the 2 stones from before still stand. The other 6 still lie in ruins.
I wonder if...
Oh,
Are they
Yes?
designed to...
is Shay smart enough to put 2 and 2 together?
I don't know. You can roll me an intelligence check.
May I also roll an intelligence check?
Sure.
Would that be investigation?
I want to roll an intelligence check too, because I'm smart enough to put things together.
I would say just a basic intelligence check.
I'm also gonna make one, even though it's not gonna work.
I got a 5. Zala's not smart enough to put this together. I am. Zala's not.
Mm-hmm.
That
I
is
got a 16.
12 minus 2, which is 10.
12, also.
16.
All right. So everyone who rolled 10 or higher are able to piece together what you are all thinking. There is most likely some kind of connection between these 8 stones and the 8 portals that are detailed in the journal. 5 of which you now have locations of because of the map, 3 of which you do not.
Cordelia, would you mind testing something out with me?
Sure.
I would like to try to see if we can figure out how to open a portal to another place.
Should we see if we can close this one first, or...
Yes, let's close this one first, if we can.
I hold out my hand.
I take Cordelia's hand.
What are you doing?
I'll touch the rock again.
I touch the other rock.
Okay.
I say close.
Grasping hands, the 2 of you place your hands on either of the 2 standing stones. You can feel the warmth from underneath them and the almost thrumming power that pulses unpleasantly similar to the way a heartbeat pulses. You wait for 5, 10 seconds. Nothing seems to happen. Portal remains open. The 2 stones remain standing. Yes?
Oh, I have an idea. This is Eloise talking. What if we use the skull?
The skull eats...
Oh. I suppose that could
maybe.
work. But couldn't that permanently stop them?
I
Probably
don't think we
not.
want to
I
permanently stop it. What?
I wouldn't
I
want
don't-
to break anything.
It only
What if-
dispels magic.
What if we did break them, and then they could be repaired again, but we could just break them again?
Do we know how to repair them? Is that what
Well,
you did
we d-
before, or did you just open it?
I think we just opened it before. Maybe we have to both yell close at the same time.
Yes, you didn't say close.
I did not know that you were going to say. Let's do it on 3. All right?
Okay. Wait, no, on 3?
No, after 3.
Okay,
after 3.
3.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Close.
Close.
This wasn't at the same time at all, but that's okay.
Well, you're too quick.
While,
Sorry, I'm too quick.
while they're doing that, Shay wants to go touch one of the rocks.
While we're yelling
Because
Cliff.
why not?
Like, close! No, 1 second earlier, 1 second earlier, close!
One of the ones that isn't currently doing a portal.
Okay. So, Cordelia and Bernie, you utter this at around the same time. 5 seconds. 10 seconds. 15.
Is it possible that you've just permanently activated it? Or...
Well, something turned it off in the first place.
Shay,
But what?
as you
Shay.
touch one of these stones, you notice the rocks shift slightly. They don't repair themselves, but there's an unmistakable movement from when you put your hand on the rock to when you remove it.
Does it happen if I touch another rock?
No.
No.
How? I want to touch rocks. Touch rocks. Touch.
How broken are these rocks?
Very broken.
Would you say all the pieces are there?
Yes. You think
Glue
so?
them back together. Like a broken plate.
Should we maybe play with them after we've reported back, or...
I suppose it
Although
could-
I guess we are going the other direction after we go back, so...
What do you all think?
I think we can play with them a little bit.
We're here now.
Eloise,
We
as
are.
you touch one of these stones, a different one that Shay had touched, you notice also a faint shift in the rocks.
Shay, touch my hand. Shay, touch. Touch.
Yes, I'll
Touch.
touch Shay.
Oh.
I'll touch Aloise's hand.
Yes!
We lost Lynn.
We also lost Lynn.
There she is.
Welcome back, Lynn.
Touch hand. Let's touch Shay.
She is!
You touch hands and place your hand on the rock. It is not close enough for Shay to touch the rock that moved for her, though. There's...
Can I hop in the middle?
You can... yeah.
I'm gonna make a chain.
Yeah, we'll make a chain.
Person chain.
Okay, but is there a rock between Shay's rock and Aloise's rock?
No, I'll just hop between them. I'll grab each of their hands. I'm just a connector.
I'm sorry. This is Scotty trying to do this logically instead of in character. Ignore me.
Screw your logic.
So what Scotty's trying to say is there are like a circle of rocks, and like the two rocks that Bernie and
Cordelia touched.
touched,
I
and
need
then
a rock map.
to the right of Cordelia's rock, it's Shay's rock, and to the left of Bernie's rock is Aloise's rock. So like we're on opposite sides of the circle.
It's Blood Hands, bro.
Is that what we're doing?
This is gonna be one of those goddamn, like, in the blue house.
Yeah, I think we need a visual representation of these
I
rocks.
think Casey's
Shay's rock, Bernie's rock. Oh shit.
Okay.
Okay, so...
Red circles in a circle.
We have made this so much more complicated than it should have been.
These two that I crossed out, those are the rocks that you repaired. Those are the two that stand.
Oh, I thought you were drawing on Roll20. I was so confused.
Those two that now have the check mark, those are the rocks that moved when...
See, that's the problem. You're trying to connect rocks that are too far apart. They're not next to each other.
Okay,
We'll
so
put it Well, but we don't want to put somebody in the center if when the portal opens, they're
So
gonna
what-
like
So what?
I don't.
get
I, Scotty, don't think that that's gonna open a portal. I don't think that those two rocks will open a portal.
Shay is gonna go to
Who?
the
That's
rock
the bottom
that is
rock.
between Aloise's rock and one of the ones that opened the portal. Because there is one between Aloise's rock and the one that opened the portal.
There are two in between that.
Oh, okay.
Should we all line up and touch a rock and then hold hands and try to like do it in a big circle?
The one I'm looking at, so like you've got the rock at
This
12.
is yours. This
Shay.
is yours.
Shay wants to go to the rock at 6.
This one?
No, the one at the bottom.
Directly.
Bottom, straight down to the bottom.
Yeah.
6 o'clock.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. You
Just gotta
make
touch
your
that
way
rock.
there, and you touch the rock. Similar to when you touched the rock before, no reaction.
God damn it.
I
Puzzle.
Blood hands.
Would
Can you
like-
see if this rock works for you?
to mend these rocks.
Why?
Can I do that?
Can I
Why
help?
would a
Actually,
rock
that's a
work
good idea.
for me?
I don't know.
Well, when I touched the rock, it like vibrated. Can you go around and touch them again just to see if anything's changed?
Oh, I suppose so. I don't see why it would. I'll
easiest
try touching rocks.
The easiest solution is just to have Aloise keep her hand on one rock and then have somebody go
And then
around and touch
go
all the
around
other
it, yeah.
ones.
I want to help though. Cordelia mend these rocks. Like whatever she's not working on, I'm gonna work on because I also have mending.
Okay. How are you guys doing that?
Casting the cantrip mending.
All right.
I think Cordelia is singing or sort of humming this tune as she
Okay.
goes around and caresses each of these rocks.
Oh boy!
Yeah.
So
Feeling them up.
as you make your way around the circle with Bernie's help, singing the minuet of mending, Bernie, you keep the cantrip channeled through your hand. Brushing each of the broken rocks, you do notice that they shift slightly, but not in the way that they did when you opened this portal initially. You touch them and there's no light that vibrates through them the way it did when you opened these portals. And as you make a full circle between all 8 of them, nothing has really changed.
Maybe only one pair of portals can be open at once.
Maybe.
I'm just confused because if you and Aloise are experiencing the same thing that Cordelia and I did, I mean, what rocks do we have to touch to make that work?
Do
Or
any of
maybe
the
we
rocks react to me touching them?
Yes.
The rock that is next to Shay's rock in the 10 or 11 position, that one shifts as you put your hands on it.
I don't know what this means, but I guess
I
I
mean-
have a rock
oh,
too.
You have to hold
have the
Shay's
hand.
hand.
Okay. I'll reach out and take Shay's hand
Yeah.
while touching this rock.
Okay?
Gerhard's
So
sister is like,
Shay.
what the fuck is happening right now?
The rocks
Out there touching rocks!
begin to vibrate in that same way that they did before. They tremble like there's some kind of earthquake going on, but the ground does not shake. They move the way they did when Cordelia and Bernie were casting mending. And for a brief moment you think that you might have unlocked some newer aspect to these portals. They get about halfway repaired, and you can see this light sort of spiderwebbing through them. But at around the halfway point, the rocks begin to crumble again, and in a matter of a few seconds, they fall into the pile of rubble that they were before.
I bet the other side's broken.
Oh,
I just had a great idea, guys. Whose was closest to me? Was it Bernie's or was it Cordelia's?
Technically, you have one in between both of you. There's Bloodhands, which is, like I said, in the 10 o'clock position above you. And then there is Cordelia's, which is in the 5 o'clock position across from you.
And how far away would you say these are?
They're about 15 feet or so. Give or
Between
take.
each one?
No, between each one, there's about 5 to 6 feet.
So would you say a large creature and a medium creature would be able to touch each other?
yes!
I don't see why not.
Yes!
Cordelia, hold on to my tail, and I'm going to turn into a constrictor.
Oh! I've got a snake!
A large snake.
Don't do that while I'm drinking.
Just wiggle her like one of those little cheerleader batons.
She's just got a snake!
Okay, sure.
Bernie thinks
I
this is the
didn't-
best fucking thing.
Alois
This
like
isn't
start
on
to
me.
shrink down, and all that's left is the wolf pelt until you see like a slither coming out. A big slither. It's a large-sized snake. She like hisses at you and thunks her head against her stone.
Fuck.
So,
And straightens out her body.
straightening out the entire length of your new snake body, you're able to cross that distance a little difficult, because Cordelia kind of has to stretch while keeping a hand on the rock. You place your head against your own rock, and like with Shay and Bloodhand, you watch this rock begin to slowly reform itself. You can see the spiderweb pattern making its way up the rock as it fixes. And you can even see a small shimmer beginning to appear in the center of this set of ruins. And you are almost confident that this has worked. However, the rock stops forming at about halfway, and a gout of water bursts forth. Like this geyser of water just erupts from the ground. The rock stops reforming, but it does not crumble. No portal opens. The geyser
that's
eventually
enough.
stops.
You have a
Just shock Cordelia
I
into
don't
dropping
like
you.
that idea. I think maybe we should stick to trying to use it as it was intended.
you have a sulking snake on your hands now, guys.
We made
I-
the guys angry.
I think it means that the other location is perhaps underwater.
Or not something that can even be opened.
Or between two portals. In the middle of the ocean.
Do we have a planar system in this world?
You don't really know that.
Okay. I feel like that's an important question to ask, so I needed to ask it. Anyway.
Considering what this game is based off of.
Perhaps.
Well, I mean, but also B, D&D has the planes, so...
Like, you the player, you can probably piece together that, yes, it does.
Okay.
But Bloodhand herself...
Wouldn't fucking know that at all.
The study of planes is not necessarily a common practice in Valera.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Perhaps it's best if we put this to bed for today.
Yes, it's starting to look like we can't close the portal that we've opened, so we'll just have to leave it as it is, and I guess...
We could break the rocks.
I
don't like that idea.
Yeah.
Cordelia, how strong are you?
Oh, no.
I could make you stronger. I could.
Alois is
not.
going to sulk over Cordelia.
No. Strength is her dump stat. She cannot carry you.
I can carry Cordelia.
She does not want to move currently, but she is not adverse to being moved. If you can tell that from a snake's face.
Having owned snakes, yeah.
Does anyone want to carry?
I'm going to pick Alois up and put her on the cart.
Loud, thick, muscular snake body just collides with the
Because that's
cart.
basically all snakes are, is a bunch of muscles.
Yep.
I love snakes.
Well,
They're
Me
so
too.
cool. They're neat.
back to Luchev it is, I guess.
Alright. And
You know, I have half a mind to ask for a raise.
I think we should ask for Wayfinder for us. We should keep that.
Yes,
I
that's
think.
perhaps a better use. But also, I think that we should maybe see if we can ask for more money. I feel justified.
I'm not
I
even
mean-
getting paid.
You're not getting paid?
No.
Out of character, I would like to remind you that health potion bargain involved flowers
Yeah.
here in the Geistlands.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. As long as people remember.
Did Alois know about that?
Wait, who was it? You and
It was
me
me
when
and
Bob
Shay.
was over? Oh,
Yeah.
I don't even fucking. I don't gotta worry about it.
Yeah,
She's-
Zala
she's
doesn't
keep an
know
eye
about
out
it, I
for
don't
him.
think, so.
Shay keeps an eye out.
Yeah.
Um,
She has a newly found proficiency in nature, which brings her modifier up to a whopping 0.
Amazing.
it's better than a negative.
That's
It
true.
is.
All right. If you all are headed back to Luchev, I will need whoever is leading the cart to make a survival check. You can take it with advantage because I assume someone will help.
My survival is +2.
I got +3.
And I will
I have a
need
1. I should do it.
I will need Shay.
I
to make a
think
perception
Bernie should
check.
do it.
Mine is 5, but has an hour passed.
I mean, currently, no.
Then if
But you
Alois can help
but
with
you
survival as a
That's funny.
snake.
You will
It's
be
another
traveling.
24.
You will be traveling for
Ooh.
more than an hour, so you can eventually help.
So you got a 20, Jay?
I got a 24.
Oh!
Survival check, please, Bernie, with advantage.
Yeah, if I'm doing it. 20! Not natural, but still, it's a good number.
All right,
It is a good number.
Best all night.
making your way away from the ruins, you find that the Geistlands, while it was difficult for you to travel here, it seems easier to travel back this time. Like the lands are not shifting with you the way they used to. You still have a few moments where you lose your way, but quickly reorientating yourself with Aloise's help, you lead the cart in the direction that you are fairly certain is where Luchev is. While traveling, Shay, you spot, as the sun has begun to set, a series of a small grove of flowers growing on a small hill in the Geistlands. They fit the exact description that you were given for the I didn't look it up. I believe I called it a moonlit lily.
I think that was it.
Making your way over, you are able to either, pick the whole grove, or you can pick a couple that you were indicated to bring
She's
back.
not gonna pick the whole grove. That seems like a bad idea.
I'm assuming we're all going over there.
I mean, Shay would probably... I think she probably told you guys she was going over, but she was just gonna real quick grab some and leave.
Do I see the flowers from where we are?
As Shay makes her, her way over, you do spot this small grove of flowers that you've not seen before in your travels.
I'm interested. I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna lean over to Bernie and say, "There are flowers. I'm going to go take a look."
Are those the same flowers that I almost stole?
No.
Do I recognize them?
You do not. Make me a nature check, actually.
$22.
You do, actually. As they bring them back, you get a better look at the way the lily catches the light and the I don't know the technical term for it, but those little stems that stick out in
The stamen.
the stamen.
Stamen.
Those things. These
The
are
dicks of the flowers.
a very potent healing flower that, when used with certain other herbs, can make a very potent healing potion. They can cure certain kinds of disease depending on what they're mixed with.
Oh, how'd you know to go and get those up? They're pretty rare.
The guy we got some potions from told us to pick some for him, so...
For the record, I'm only taking one, and I already had my book out on my way over there, working on pressing it. Getting it set in around some text in my journal.
They're great for making healing stuff. Like, fantastic about it.
I guess that makes sense. I mean, he traded us the flowers for healing potions, so... Probably just wants to rebuild his stock.
What,
You said we were getting close to the end of the summer period, Casey?
Yes.
Can I see if I can try to find some bulbs?
For the moonlit lilies?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Make me a survival check.
Smart.
23.
Having been raised in a specific tribe that was nature and herbalism was very important to you all, you know specifically where you might look to find bulbs. And, you don't find them in the first place you look, second place you look, in the third place you do find a small handful of strange, almost glowing looking bulbs for what you know to be moonlit lilies.
Neat. I can't wait to cultivate these.
Very pretty.
Are we gonna set up like a little planter?
On the side of the car. Yes, we have to. That's so good.
I love that idea.
I love it too.
And Zala's got her bone pen out and she said, What are they called?
These are bulbs.
No, the flower themselves. I am familiar with lilies in general, but I'm not familiar with this lily.
You said it was the moonstem lily?
Moonlit lilies.
Moonlit. That would be... And she's mentally translating. I don't have the words yet, because I don't have moon or light yet, but we'll get there. And she scribbles down the name as it would be translated into giant. Around the flower.
Alright. With that small detour completed, you continue your travel, and as the sun sets and night begins to come on, you can see in the faint distance the outline of Luchev. You have made impressive time and found your way back in... If you continue travel, it would be about a day. It would be another hour or so of travel, but you can continue to press on if you would like, or you can rest here and head to Luchev in the morning.
I mean, we can keep going with a couple people switching out watch while everyone else sleeps in the cart, right?
Yeah, of course.
Well, and beyond that, even if we all stayed up, there's an inn in Luchev for us to stay at.
There is.
So we can sleep in without having to worry when we get to Luchev.
Yeah, I feel like it's safest to just go there and then pass out, sleep in.
Alright. Pushing on, you make your way through the rest of the Geistlands, keenly keeping your eyes peeled for any potential disturbances, but happy to find none there. You arrive in Luchev. The guard at the gate greets you, having been the one who said farewell to you. He seems a bit surprised that you're back. And what would you like to do now?
Go to the inn and go to bed.
I
We
want
can
to say
talk
hi
to-
the fishes.
We can talk to Gerhardt in the morning.
Yeah.
Alright.
Conjuring his name out of the air with my hand, because that's how words work. They're stored in the air around us, obviously.
Yeah. So, making your way to the Blue Willow Inn, you talk to...
Tana.
Thank
was
you.
it?
I was... For some reason, I was blanking on her name.
I can also, yeah.
You speak to her and arrange... what is it? Boarding, I guess? For Steven and your wagon before heading back to your respective rooms for the evening. Ready to get a nice night's rest and prepare for whatever tomorrow brings. And that's where I think I'm gonna wrap tonight's session because
It's a good place for it.
It is a very good place for it.
I feel the conversation with Gerhardt might go a little longer.
A little
than
bit.
half an hour. So
I'm gonna
Little
demand a raise. I'm gonna demand he open his mouth and fucking tell us everything.
Can we
I'm gonna kick him in the
Hart and
nuts.
Steven?
I think that's something we have to ask Gerhardt about tomorrow.
you will have to ask Gerhardt.
We'll ask him before I kick him in the nuts.
So we
that
should
he
probably make lists of things that we, in character, intend to ask Gerhardt, which for me
Yeah.
is easy because Zala is just going to let Bernie do all the talking.
And send
What?
it to me.
Why keep so many secrets? Did you think we would die?
Hey, you know what
Hart
Kay
and
should do?
Steven.
More
She
money.
should go in as his sister.
Oh, that would
I
be
think
so
that's a
fucked up.
terrible idea.
She killed.
That would
It's a bad idea, but it'd be funny.
It would be
God,
funny as
okay.
hell.
Oh, fuck, that wasn't what I meant to do. Hi,
Okay,
I'm
this is-
ruining everything. There's something I needed to... If I can just find what I'm looking for, that would be great.
I was gonna say, if this was one of our Friday groups, Shay would be 1000% going in as his sister.
Yeah.
What?
We have to be
God.
smarter here.
Yeah.
Never mind Ashi running past 50 guards, provoking attacks of opportunities from all of them.
And
then
Sidlan
the
flying
guy.
through the air, getting shot at with ballista. Anyway,
You're all suicidal at a certain point in your level.
listen.
We've yet to
They're
die.
immortal.
I've talked about this with y'all extensively because that was our very first campaign together. Sidlan on the Wall values everybody else's life more than his own.
We didn't die then.
And Ashi
We're not
thinks
dying
she
now.
can't be killed,
Fine.
so...
This could be the first campaign where someone dies.
No
Wow.
DM has ever killed me, so I have unwarranted.
Uh-oh, now it's a fucking challenge.
Challenge
Yeah, it was.
accepted.
Kill me,
man.
Lynn. Do it.
I
can't die.
Circumstances, Alois would straight up give up her life for certain things.
I've
You
got
know
a
that.
couple of campaigns where I'm like begging the DM to kill my character at a certain point. Anyway, no, so back to what I was gonna have the name after break and then I didn't. No, so Strikeout by
thank
our
you,
very
yes.
own Logan Timmons is going to be at Gen Con. We still don't have the details yet, but it is a tabletop RPG with a big focus on role-playing over combat, because that's who we are. We like stories. It's got it uses a D8 dice pools, and it's got a spell-less magic system that's honestly really cool. I have been helping Logan sort of tweak it out. We play tested it a few months ago, and I gave him a lot of suggestions for how to really flesh it out and make it more interesting. We're really excited about it. And more than that, it is very specifically a tabletop RPG being written by a trans man. So that's also obviously very important. We need more queer creators in all media, tabletop RPGs included. So that is going to be strikeout_TTRPG on Twitter. Yeah,
We will
So
retweet
go-
it, from
yeah, go look
Everyone
for that.
Does.
I'm actually literally retweeting the elevator pitch post right now on Everyone Dice. But yeah, that'll be at Gen Con, and we will announce more information when we get it.
Alrighty. Hell yeah.
I'm actually looking at the Gen Con calendar right now. The ones I'm looking at, I'm seeing Strikeout on Thursday at 6 p.m.
Do we know what days are Gen Con? I don't actually know the dates.
Thursday starting on... Oh god, they don't have the dates on there.
Oh no!
They have the day of the week. So it'd be Thursday the 6th, Friday the 7th.
Is that August? August. Okay.
And then Saturday the 8th and Sunday the 9th.
Cool. So
Excellent.
yeah, go check that information out. I will get with Logan to see what else he wants us to announce about it. Maybe next time we do announcements, we can bring him on if he's awake, because he's also in Australia, and I'm not super sure what his schedule is.
Yes.
There are a bunch of sessions for Strikeout, so...
Oh yeah, I know that he's blocked out a lot of time for it. His passion is tabletop role-playing games, so...
Love it.
you know, like the rest of us, we're a bunch of fucking nerds.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we are.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think that is everything, and that will bring us to a close for this session. Follow Be Gay Roll Dice, fantastic network of queer tabletop role playings.
Be
Follow
sure to
us
check
on
out
Twitter.
Shadows of St. Fleur.
Yes, it's a very good podcast.
Follow us on Twitter, Everyone Dice, Compass Rose Productions, and
And join us on Discord. We're in the Be Gay Roll Dice
Birthday wishes
Discord.
to
Yes,
Lynn.
send Lynn at
Hello.
LK_dark there on Twitter. Birthday
Oh,
wishes.
also Twitter.
oh
Yeah.
yes,
Telepathically or Twitter. Either
Yeah,
way.
and
Yeah.
join us on Discord. We're Casey and I are in the Be Gay Roll Dice Discord. Join us in the Compass Rose Productions Discord. We would love to have you all, and we would love to be able to chat with people about the things we're doing with
Yeah.
Compass Rose Productions, other than just Everyone Dice, because we've got a lot of cool stuff planned.
yeah. One of which
And-
starts this weekend.
Yep, Saturday, the All Nighters. We're gonna be nerds.
We're gonna be nerds. I'm gonna learn some shit about Dragon Age.
Oh yeah,
Dragon
I'm gonna
Age
rant
is-
about Dragon Age.
And awful at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward
It's
to
one
it.
of my favorite franchises in the world. Dragon Age 2 is my favorite game ever, but I hate Dragon Age. I hate it. Anyway, so yeah,
Anyway.
thanks for joining us.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Happy birthday, Lynn.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Love you all, and looking forward to next week.
All right.
Bye for now, guys.
Bye.